Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Queen Charge Hog attack. We've got examples of both Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, so let's get into it.
Nerf this!
Queen Charge Hogs is a very powerful attack. It has been for a long time, and it still is. And with the new meta base building, a lot of times, it's the best option to come in from the backside of a base with a Queen Charge, or even use a Wrecker in place of wall breakers. Get your Queen in there really deep. It's very powerful, and we're going to show that today because I got 3 triples for you, and none of those 3 triples went perfect. There was always something that went wrong, and it tripled anyways. Kind of a unique video. I'm going to combine this with a fix hit. First attack I got for you. Moss is going to fall just short on this, but one of the nice things about Queen Charge Hogs is that it's a really easy attack to duplicate, you know, provided you have some Queen Charge, Queen Walk ability. It's really easy to make adjustments to find details and really improve the attack. We're going to show that with this first attack. We're going to get going with this one. So he's going to come down. He picked out a really nice spot to start his queen. The nice thing about fixing these hits is sometimes you can replicate a charge that you didn't see. You know what I mean? Looking at where he started his queen here, yeah, it makes sense to me that she's going to walk where she walks. But I wouldn't have necessarily spotted that without having him try it first. And I'm going to end up cleaning this one up. So he delays his healers, but ends up putting them over on the wrong side, and you'll see that come into play here shortly. You know, I'll speed up through this one a little bit. You're going to see, because he placed the healers on the side over there, basically they're going to come in range of that air defense, and it's going to start roasting them early. So it's really going to hurt the attack. Another thing, here, let's slow this down real quick, is he got that first layer wall break in there very nicely. Now, he had more wall breakers, I guess, to open up that next compartment. What it won't do is open up this inner compartment right here, because this multi-target Inferno is covering those wall breakers really well. So healers are gone at this point. Since he dropped them over on the right-hand side of her, they got a range of that air defense, and they are already gone. So Queen's not going to last much longer, but she is going to hang in there just long enough to take care of that CC Dragon, and otherwise the attack really would have been dead in the water. So he's got Hogs coming in on the left-hand side over there. Has the first heal down him. Has a Wall Wrecker kind of coming in, doing some tanking on the right, but no Hogs behind that Wall Wrecker to kind of take advantage of that tanking over there. So regardless of all the stuff that really didn't go right for him on this, he's still going to get really close. Gets a 91% on this. And so when I saw that, I said, hey, I definitely see some things I can improve on this. And I think I can get the triple. And we're going to take a look at those adjustments next. So unfortunately, since his healers got sniped, he's not able to get his queen in there to get the enemy king. And of course, that is going to hurt the attack, definitely. So that's why it's just going to fall short. So even in spite of that, it did get pretty darn close. So here, I'll show you the adjustments that I made on my triple number 24 here. Now, I definitely wanted my queen to get into this compartment. But since this multi-target Inferno is covering a lot of that second layer wall break, I got rid of the wall breakers altogether, and I brought a jump. I'm going to bring 2 rages, a jump, and only 2 heals. All right, here, I'll show you. So I was planning on doing the same walk, except when my queen gets in range over here, I'm going to drop my healers between the town hall and this building so that they stay off to the side of that air defense and don't get targeted early. Other than that, I'm going to copy his charge exactly, even down to which building she's hitting on when I drop my king and 2 wizards, because she went around that corner really nicely for Moss, and I wanted to replicate that. Now, the plan was to jump right between here and get her into this compartment, have her take out the multi-target Inferno this time, definitely have her take out the enemy king, and, you know, have healers left at that point so she could even do some more damage in there. Now, I saw there was no ground skellies on his attack, so I knew I did not need a second poison, so I brought a freeze in place. And since I wasn't bringing wall breakers, I went ahead and threw a 5th healer on there. Basically, with only 2 heals left, I was still planning on healing this area right here, because there's a giant bomb leading into those 2 wizard towers, very dangerous. And then I was planning on healing this area in here, the backside of this bomb tower, because, hey, it's a bomb tower coming into a wizard tower, you gotta heal that. Now, after that, I didn't see any splash damage left, and I was planning on getting a healer swap hopefully, from the queen, because she will eventually go down to the single target Inferno, because she cannot reach it from this inside of this wall. So I was hoping to get a healer swap, get my hogs through the rest of the space, and let's see how this plays out. Once again, like I said in the beginning, this does not go perfect. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I also have a Town Hall 11 triple to show you guys. So we got 2 Town Hall 10 triples and a Town Hall 11 triple. So far, I'm just copying the charge exactly like Moss did it. It was a very nice charge. Just threw those healers on the opposite side to keep them safe from that air defense. Also, I haven't mentioned it yet, but check out the details below my videos when you get a chance. I've got good resources for you in there. I have links to my Discord server if you want to hang out with me. That's the best way to get a hold of me is on Discord. I got links to WHF's recruiting Discord server if you're interested in joining the WHF clan family. Also have links to WHF's live streamers, so if you want to see some of our CWL wars live, give them a follow and you'll get notified when they're streaming those CWL invite wars live. But had really exciting finishes all year this year, all very close wars. So she's taking that jump right now, and I kind of get lucky. She wanted to go down after this Dark Elixir drill. You're going to see that in just a minute. She starts hopping out to go for it, and that wizard takes it down. I'm not going to lie to you, that wasn't planned. I got lucky there. Now here's where it starts to go wrong. Those healers hopped right in range of that air defense. That was not planned. So, I mean, I've got a rage down on her. She still has an ability and a freeze, but those healers are getting hammered on by that air defense. Now I'm going to end up popping ability to get through the king. Excuse me, let me pause this right here and go back. I also changed the position of my wall wrecker. I wanted it to be able to take out these 2 defenses, and there's also a giant bomb right here next to this mortar. I wanted it to clear the giant bomb and take out these 2 defenses single-handedly, and I also saved a couple hogs to go right behind that wall wrecker so they'd get a chance to target some defenses for free while that wall wrecker was doing some tanking. So another thing that went wrong is my queen never went far enough down to target that multi-target Inferno. So I did get the freeze down on the single, but since she's only got 2 healers left, she's going to go down pretty soon anyways. Did not end up getting that multi-target Inferno like I was planning on. It wasn't looking real good at this point. So I did get a little bit of a healer swap, but he had air skellies right there, so those healers got taken out super early. Like I said, all 3 of these examples, nothing goes entirely right, but they still managed to triple anyways. Just goes to show this is still a very viable and still a very strong attack on the right basis. So my poor hogs are going to have to end their raid going back to that multi-target Inferno. At this point, I'm like, I hope there's no giant bomb right there, because if there is, I'm toast. Luckily, there's not, and they managed to get it taken down the rest of the way. So it was a close triple, but it was a triple. So, very strong attack. Even when stuff doesn't go entirely right, don't panic. You can still definitely pull in the triple. So now let's take a look at another Queen Charge Hog attack by Dan. This can be another excellent example of the attack not going right, but still tripling because he's not going to panic. He's going to improvise, okay? So here's the plan. He's going to go down this channel right here. It's not really covered by a single target Inferno. Brilliant plan. The base is wide open to it. Now, unfortunately, his king's not going to quite come down and cut in this side of the funnel in time. So what happens is his queen ends up walking around the outside of this base. She doesn't have access to the queen, but he's not going to panic. He's just going to adjust the plan and pull in this triple anyways. And it really, it's a brilliant example. Usually we show some really clean attacks, you know what I mean? But attacks don't always fold out that way. At least not for me. I'm guessing they don't always work exactly as they were planned for you guys too. So it's really nice to have a backup plan. And that's one of the things, the versatility of these wreckers. Even if you plan on using it on the backside, if your queen walks the wrong way, even if you've got hogs in it, you can still use it to break through a couple walls to hopefully get your queen inside and get your objectives taken care of anyways. In this case, enemy CC, enemy queen obviously have to go down for a hog attack to be successful. So here it is. That king comes in late. Even though he's got 2 wizards with him, he's just a little late, and she's going to aggro to those buildings over on the right-hand side instead of stepping up into that channel. And that is not what Dan wanted to happen. Nobody would want that to happen. So gets a poison down. Oh my gosh, the healers go to the king too. I didn't even know that. The healers hop off on the king too, and that's dangerous because then they get a lot closer to air defenses, and they will end up getting sniped. Luckily, the king dies, so the healers hop back onto the queen. Very nice. Now, at this point, he's going to bring in his wall wrecker, even though it's got hogs in it. Not necessarily a tanky kind of troop that you would want to go in with a wall wrecker entry. He's going to use that wall wrecker just to get through those wall sections, just to get his queen in there far enough so that she can access that enemy queen and go ahead and get her taken out. So wall wrecker also manages to tank that single target inferno and takes you know, the hogs coming out, go ahead and take it out so the queen has a chance to stay alive. She's still got her ability at this point. So finally, she's going to step up in there far enough to get that enemy queen down. Now, he had to start his hogs early. He was running out of time. Generally, you want to start hogs at no later than 1:30 into the raid. If you have a ton of cleanup and you get it down fast, maybe 10 seconds after that, but no later. So he had to start hogs before the enemy queen was down. But luckily, his queen gets in there in time to take her out before all those hogs died. And just like that, it was a blown plan. You know what I mean? It was not what he was planning at all. But he stays calm and either has a backup plan or thinks of one real quick. But it's a good idea to have it to get into. If you're doing any sort of queen walk, queen charge on a base, you know, sometimes she's an idiot. She doesn't always do what you want her to do. So have a backup plan. All right, I'm pretty sure she's going to walk this way. But if she walks the other way, what am I going to do? That's a good idea. Have that backup plan in mind in case she walks the wrong way. You don't panic. Your raid's not over. As long as you keep your cool, a lot of times you can still pull in the triple. So now we're down to our Town Hall 11 example right here. So, and once again, like I said, none of these raids went perfect, but they tripled anyways. And we're going to have another great example of that right here. So he starts his healers far off to that side because he wants his queen to walk that way, but he does not want his healers to pop in range of this multi-target inferno. Multi-target infernos are a lot more dangerous to healers than they used to be even just a few months ago because of that longer range. A lot of times you wouldn't think that they're going to reach your healers, but they do, and that becomes very dangerous. You know, obviously, if your healers get taken out, your queen charge based attack is not going to go well at all. So one adjustment that I've seen somebody do and succeed with, doesn't happen this time, but I've seen somebody do this and succeed with it, is when their healers were being targeted by a multi-target inferno and they're starting to get really low in health, I've seen somebody use their heal on those healers to keep them up until they were out of range of that single. Now what Dan's going to do here, he's going to use a rage, try and get his queen past this section and pull those healers out of that range in time, and it's going to work. All right, they're down to half health, but she's getting ready to hop out, and oh my gosh, look how low health they are. And boom, right there. Oh my gosh. And then they eat a red bomb too. They have barely any health at all. But since he got that rage down pretty quick, they do hop out in time to survive. So healers went ahead and switched to the Grand Warden there. So he does have to pop that Grand Warden ability because his queen was not being healed. So luckily they switched back over the queen at that point. And when that Warden ability wears off, the single had her targeted. So he had to pop queen ability too. But at this point now, he does still have healers. He does still have a queen charge going. Amazingly, even though they were on that little sliver of health, he does still have plenty of healers, I think at least 4, to keep his queen up. You know, getting some more value inside that base, taking out another Expo, taking out a Wizard Tower, all very, very good value. And still keep on going through this base too. She's going to break through that wall eventually and help with cleanup, or maybe even snag a couple more defenses. So man, his skelly traps are thick on this base, very thick, but he's patient with the heals, and he's sure to use them on the largest group of remaining hogs, trying to use them in an area where it's going to cover them for several defenses worth of value there. So very nicely done. So, you know, like I said, attacks don't always go perfect. They definitely don't always go perfect, you know, for us here in WHF. So I'm guessing it's that way everywhere. But have a backup plan. in case, especially in case your queen walks the wrong way. And don't panic, use the tools that you have at your disposal, whether it's an unplanned heal for your healers or whether it's using a wrecker full of hogs to break into a base. Have a backup plan in place, and, don't give up, and you can still pull in the triple a lot of times, even when stuff does not go your way. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Nerf this!